Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to be looking at a little bit of the old Zeratul, who is a lovely melee assassin. And the build I go for him is a bit different. It concentrates more on burst damage. So for the first time we have Greater Cleave, increasing the area of effect. Level 2 is increasing the damage overall, giving it a damage over time as well. Level 3 is Wormhole, so you can return to where you originally went. This levels up a lot more maneuverability capabilities, and just generally actually just helps you stay alive. For the level 10, I go for the Might of the Narazim, just to help out with the burst damage. You'll see why when I kind of show how I play him, or how I play him just in general. Requires a bit of explaining, really. For your level 13, I am going for Mending Strikes. This enables you to basically actually sustain yourself when not in combat, which is handy. And for the level 16, we are going for Void Slash, which is quite nice, so it increases the amount of damage you do when hitting multiple enemies, of course. And then for level 20, just because we're going to need extra bonus damage at this point, Nexus Blades, of course. Now, like I said, honestly, the way I play him isn't too far-fetched. I'm sure pretty much most people play him like this. I try to use him more of a burst damage, as in I teleport. Well, I don't. Early game, I won't teleport in. I run in, press Q, teleport out. That's it. If I can, or they're low on health, sometimes I stick in and do a bit of stabby with your standard basic attack. Sometimes use the W to poke from a distance before I jump in and do a nice spin. Other than that, that's generally how I play him, and he's actually generally quite easy to get used to. Although one thing you will have to remember is turrets can't see you, but towers can. Even when stealth, obviously. That's the main problem. Now, overall, Zeratul is actually pretty damn great, to be honest. He has some decent wave clear, but you will find that starts to lack when there is an enemy hero around, so I do have footage of me doing a bit of wave clearing. It's not too drastic, to be honest, but it's just to prove that he can do it, because I've heard from a few people that he can't. He can, you just need to be patient. It mainly all comes from his Q, and you do get a lot more sustained once you hit level 13, so that you're able to heal when you're killing them, because otherwise you'll be doing a bit of wave clearing. You'll get a bit low on health because he is quite squishy, and then typically something like a Chromie will come out of nowhere and just finish you off, and it just makes things really painful and awkward when things like that happen. You never feel too good about yourself either. So basically, like I said, the idea of how I play Zeratul is teleport in, press Q, I'll then press R because I can cast it twice, and then I can teleport away. If I'm feeling a bit safe, sometimes I'll stick around and do a few basic attacks, one for healing, two, I can then activate one if needed, by actual one, because you can teleport back. So, general gist, I'll jump in, spin, jump out, press 1, jump back in, spin, press Q, R, E. It's pretty darn basic, to be honest. He's very, very easy to get used to. He's one of the easiest and probably one of the most satisfying assassins to actually play, because you're stealthed. Although do remember, since the stealth changes, you are kind of seen, or you are clearly a lot more visible than normal when you're thusly. However, if you stand still for, I think it's 3 seconds, you do go completely invisible, which is nice and handy. But honestly, there's not really too much to actually say about Zeratul. You're stealthed. You jump in, you spin, you press R, you do another spin. It will apply a damage over time effect or a bleed effect, which is quite nice. You can stick around for a few basic attacks so that to wear down the actual health bar so the bleed effect finishes them off or whatever you want, and you know, it's just quite lovely, to be honest. He is, like I said, very squishy, so you need to be quite careful about getting caught out in the open, especially against other high damaged assassins, especially with those that have skill shots, because if they see you they can ping you, particularly if you're trying to stealth away so that you can heal. But in general there's not really too much to say about him. He's a really, really lovely little damage dealer, to be honest. He's quite fun to play. He does definitely offer a unique gameplay style within Heroes. Well, it used to be very unique, but now it's not so much, because you know, stealth is becoming a bit of a thing. And I would please urge some of the more veteran players to be patient with some of the newer players playing as Zeratul. Although he is very easy to get to grips with, the mechanics of Heroes is quite different to other MOBAs, and Zeratul as a character is probably quite different to your standard League of Legends or Dota character. So the way in which I have seen a lot of lower level players use him is quite strange, particularly in more recent times because of the stealth changes. They literally think they can hunt down an enemy through all the towers, and they don't quite figure out as quick as they possibly should. They can't do that because the tower will ruin their lives and make things quite miserable for them. Now, a lot of expert or better Zeratul players than me you'll see scooting around the map quite regularly. Let them do their Zeratul things. If they're good, they will show you why, and they'll just pick off the things that you miss, and they do it quite easily. He does have some absolutely great damage. I try my hand at zooming around the map and clearing off some of these enemies. I can do it at an okay level. I'm not the best, obviously. I mean, I'm getting absolutely torn to pieces in this. I'm getting the few in, but not getting too much. Along with the fact that we've actually got some pretty high class assassins in this game as well, such as a Greymane and a Kerrigan. Trying to get those few last hits in is a bit difficult with those two wandering around, considering one of them has a greater attack speed, the other one hits like a friggin' truck. But he definitely can hold his own, particularly in the fact that he does have quite a large area coverage with his Q, and it does hit very hard. Adding in the second talent you get for his Q, it does quite a bit of damage over time, which either you can then finish them off or an ally can, or maybe it would be just enough for you to get in that one last poke with your W, or if needed you can just teleport back in using your 1, and if you have your cooldown for your ultimate, your R, just ping them with that. Although it is half of the damage of the ability, it is still a pretty impressive amount of damage considering of how much he does. Just the base. He's quite a wrecking ball in the correct hands. I wish I was better with him. I'm sadly too reckless and do a lot of chasing and hunting, which I probably shouldn't do. But that's just the way I am. This is one of the reasons I will never be a pro hero player. But I'm hoping some of my more casual builds will help out some of the more casual players, especially those just getting into this game, because there seems to be a lot of people getting into this game as of late, so hopefully these help someone. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope this build is helpful, and enjoy the last minute or so of the video, and I'll see you pretty darn soon. Ta-ra!